Kyoto is full of Buddhist temples and imperial palaces. It's also home to traditional kaiseki dining, as well as having a whole host of cuisines to suit your needs. But which restaurants are the best? We asked Andy Hayler, the only person to have eaten in every 3-star Michelin restaurant in the world, to tell us the best restaurants in Kyoto.
My first choice in Kyoto is Maasai, and Maasai is a 3 Michelin star kaiseki restaurant that's also been voted the best restaurant in Japan by a local guide. Now the place is tiny, it's half a dozen seats, it's located in a very pretty park, and you sit at a wooden lacquered counter and are served a tasting menu. Now there are lots of very fine dishes here, and it's one thing to take Wagyu beef and do it beautifully, which the chef does, but the thing that I really remember was a sardine dish. Now sardines, you know, pretty humble. To make something like that taste extraordinary, this is to me what a real chef is all about. And I think whatever you have at Maasai, you're going to really enjoy. My next choice is Naka Higashi. This restaurant has been around quite a long time and is tucked away on the outskirts of Kyoto. It's very much about kaiseki cuisine using local ingredients, many of which are foraged by the chef. One dish that I particularly enjoyed was cherry salmon, and this was with a light vegetable broth. Now again, this is a very simple dish, doesn't sound amazing, but the flavour of the salmon was fantastic, and as is so often in Japan, the vegetables were actually every bit as impressive as the protein. They have a fantastic, glorious flavour. My next choice is Tempura Matsu. Now this restaurant, a little bit confusing in terms of its name, because it's not a tempura restaurant, or at least it used to be, but not anymore. Essentially the chef took over from his father, but is now serving kaiseki cuisine, which is really the most famous cuisine of Kyoto. You will get therefore a totally changing menu of seasonal ingredients, so what you will have will differ from what I had. But one dish I would particularly remember was an extraordinarily tender dish of octopus, which is one of the most difficult things actually to prepare. It's amazingly easy to end up with chewy octopus even in Japan, but this was extraordinarily tender and was literally the best octopus I've ever tasted.
Our video will continue in a few seconds, but before we move on, have you ever tasted reindeer heart? Do you know where to find the best sushi in the world? Or which 3-star Michelin restaurant lets you listen to your food? Foodies TV offers you the best videos about the best restaurants around the world, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel and enjoy watching the rest of our videos.
My next choice is Shahana, and this is a 3-star Michelin kaiseki restaurant, and it's situated in the old geisha district, the Gion, and the restaurant goes back to 1946, so it's been around for quite a while. Being a kaiseki meal, you're going to get an elaborate tasting menu of highly seasonal dishes. One that I really enjoyed was scallop dish. This came with a sauce of mirin and miso and particularly lovely beans. Scallop was beautifully sweet, highest quality, and the sauce just lifted the scallop and balanced its sweetness beautifully. My final choice is Kyoto, probably the most famous restaurant in Japan. It's on the outskirts of Kyoto and serves kaiseki cuisine not in a dining room but in a series of private rooms, each of which look out over their own garden and in some cases even a waterfall. You're served by waitresses in traditional dress and you're going to eat the absolute pinnacle of ingredients. A dish that I really enjoyed was one of crab, and this was served with okra and vinegar jelly, and just the sheer quality of ingredients was just fantastic in this dish. It went beautifully with a glass of sake.
So that was Andy's best restaurants in Kyoto. Make sure you watch more of our videos over on Foodies TV. You'll find reviews from 30 different cities from all around the world, as well as some very special Michelin reviews looking at the best desserts, the most bizarre dishes, and even the most beautiful Michelin dishes. So don't go anywhere and click on to the next video.